Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Gyan Ka Dabba. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to measure influencer marketing campaigns. Gyan Ka Dabba. Now 65% of marketers face a challenge while measuring influencer marketing campaigns or the ROI that they've achieved out of those campaigns. Now once you've defined clear campaign objectives, you can select the right KPIs or the key performance indicators and so that you can measure whether the campaign has achieved the desired impact or not. Now at a high level, most marketers have two broad goals: brand awareness and direct response. Now in some cases, it's a combination of both. Now in this episode, we're going to talk about the most common metrics for each of these two broad goals. Now, influencer marketing campaigns focus on expanding awareness for a particular brand and generating buzz around their product and service. So the brand awareness KPIs include reach, which is number of views, impressions, etc. Social engagement, which is the likes, shares, comments, follows, mentions, media mentions, which would be mentions, in press, links from press, and website traffic, which is traffic from search, direct traffic, and traffic from press articles, etc. So broadly, there are three different types of metrics you can use to measure the impact of an influencer marketing campaign on the overall brand awareness. Reach. Now, post reach refers to the total number of post impressions or views. On Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube videos, the views are displayed. On standard Instagram and Facebook posts, views must be estimated. The second metrics for measuring overall brand awareness on account of influencer marketing campaigns would be social sentiment. The first factor of that is comments. Now, comments in which users tag friends, include positive emojis, or voice intentions to purchase are all meaningful forms of positive social sentiment. The other metric for social sentiment is likes versus dislikes. Now the like versus dislike ratio of a post as opposed to the total number of likes is an indicator of overall social sentiment and the right way to look about it. Now the dislike feature is available on select platforms including Facebook and YouTube. And the third metric to measure overall impact on brand awareness on account of an influencer marketing campaign is to measure the engagement rate. And there are three ways to do it. The first is to check likes and favorites. A well-liked photo or a video not only carries weight for other users but also factors in positively into some social media platforms' algorithms, thereby increasing the chance of a post's visibility. Now the second factor to check engagement rates is to check comments. Now the viewers who reply to a post are showing extra interest and willingness to react. Now this speaks to the popularity of the post and the willingness of the followers to continue a conversation around the post featuring that influencer. And the third metric in engagement rate to check is shares, hashtags, and mentions. When a user shares a post, it's generally a sign of an endorsement, and users integrating hashtags or campaign hashtags into their own post indicates some kind of a social alignment or a brand affinity. Now each of these actions helps to expose the brands to audiences outside the reach of the original post and thereby clearly indicating that the use of that particular influencer has been successful for the brand. Now this was what measuring brand awareness KPIs was all about. Now the next part is how to measure direct response KPIs. Now the direct response campaigns aim to drive a specific immediate user action. Direct response KPIs are focused on whether or not people perform a specific action. And a few examples of metrics that would help you, measure this conversion-based ROI are as follows. The first one is click-throughs. Now, click-through or click-through rate describes the number of times the consumers click on a link in a promotional post which the influencer has put up. Now, these links can lead to a product page, landing page, or any other target destination that the brand wants the consumer to go to. Now the second direct response metric would be downloads. Now downloads are a digital product exchange between a brand and its potential customers. Now these transactions include the downloads of softwares, apps, and ebooks. Now the next direct response metric would be signups. Now signups create a direct relationship between the brand and its potential new customers. People might subscribe to a newsletter, become a member, or create an account with the brand on its website. Now the next direct response metric for measuring influencer marketing campaigns is cost per acquisition. Now the cost of the acquisition measures the average cost to acquire a new customer based on the influencer payment, agency fees, cost of production, and other miscellaneous costs. The next direct response metrics is sale. Perhaps the most coveted conversion is a purchase. Now purchases can be further analyzed in terms of price points of those customers who are acquired as part of the influencer campaign versus those acquired outside the influencer campaign. And average order value, for example, did one influencer drive fewer total clicks but a higher value order as against those that were got from other campaigns. So various levels of comparisons can be done with reference to influencer marketing campaigns versus those which do not feature an influencer. It has been seen that conversions that accrue on account of influencer marketing campaigns tend to get an higher order value as against those which do not feature an influencer. And last but not the least, one of the most important metrics to measure the impact of influencer marketing campaigns is customer lifetime value. Now, most marketing teams calculate the ROI right after the campaign, but it's also important to measure customer value over time. Now, you might find that the customers referred from the content created by the influencers spend much more money with you over the course of their lifetime than those customers who are acquired through any other campaign. So this is one of the most important metrics, I would say, in terms of a direct response metric that companies or brands must measure over a period of time, and therefore they must not restrict their measurement only to just after the campaign period. Now guys, these were broadly the campaign metrics or measures of success in terms of how you evaluate influencer marketing campaigns that one must bear in mind. Hope you find today's episode useful, and for more such videos do subscribe to our channel Gyan Ka Dabba, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.